I have wanted to see La La Land since Dodie first started talking about it. Like, she is so passionate about it, and I was like, I don't know what this is about. I want to see it. I want to know what the big deal is. But as I mentioned before, none of my friends live down here anymore because they're all like in college and stuff. Blah blah blah. Broken record, you know the deal at this stage. But one of my friends texted me last night. She was home. She was like, hey, do you want to do something? Let's go to the cinema. She was like, have you seen La La Land? I was like, no, but I've heard a lot about it. It sounds really good. So 3 of us went to go see La La Land today. I only got back a couple of hours ago and I haven't stopped thinking about it. I haven't stopped listening to the soundtrack. I don't ever want to stop listening to the soundtrack. The only thing that is going to stop me from listening to that is Paramore's album whenever that comes out. I wish I was being dramatic. I'm in love with it. I want to see it again, like right now, right this second. I want to watch it again. It was that good. If there was another screening after the one that we went to, I would have gone and paid and watched it again, straight away. I loved it that much. If you haven't seen La La Land, I am going to be talking about the movie. Like, there are going to be spoilers. Please do not watch this if you haven't seen the movie. Unless you don't mind spoilers, in which case feel free to watch, but you have been warned. I will be talking about the entire movie. Things will be spoiled. Click away now, I guess. Okay. Oh my gosh. Can we talk about the opening scene? That was just the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I loved the colours. It was also vibrant. The first scene, there were people of all shapes and sizes, and there were people of colour, and just... there was so much diversity and representation in that first scene. It made my heart so happy. That opening song made me want to get up and dance around. Whoever choreographed that honestly deserves a medal. It's just so good. Throughout the entire movie, the choreography was just like, oh my gosh, it blew my mind. It was so good. I want to be in a musical. Someone put me in a musical. I can't sing and I can't dance. So I don't know why someone would put me in a musical, but nevertheless I want to be in one. I love Emma Stone anyway. I think she is a pretty cool woman and just an overall pretty great actor. From her very first scene, I was like, I like Mia's character. I don't know anything about her yet, but I like her. She's a pretty cool woman. She's just so strong. She has this dream, and granted, with the help of Sebastian's character, she works really hard for that dream, and she gets a little lost, but I think that happens to everyone, really. She wasn't getting any of the roles that she was auditioning for, so what did she do? She was like, fuck this, and she just wrote her own play. How strong and independent do you have to be to do something like that? Like, oh my gosh, I admired this character so much for that. Like, that was inspiring. That was really fucking inspiring. Sebastian was also quite like that. Like, you know, he had a dream and he worked for it. He also, like Mia's character, lost his way a little bit, but in the end, he found his path. Again, I insert other cliches here. He achieved his goal. The casting. Ryan and Emma's chemistry was so just... I don't have the words in my vocabulary. It was mind-blowing. I genuinely thought that they were in love. Films, for like the most part, are meant to evoke some kind of emotion or some kind of response from the audience. Seeing the way that they interacted with each other, like, it didn't look like a does that make sense? Oh my god, I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't say it. I just love La La Land so much. Okay. It didn't look like Emma and Ryan were playing Mia and Seb. They genuinely just looked like they were singing and dancing and stuff because they were in love. Like, and it made me feel so warm and happy on the inside. La La Land is just a really, really good, like, feel-good film. There's this one part where Mia and Sebastian are sitting at the observatory in LA. They've been talking about their future and whether they think their relationship will last and stuff like that. And Mia just looks at him and she's like, I'll always be in love with you. And Sebastian looked right back at her and was like, I'll always love you too. And my heart just like broke into a billion pieces. I love how Emma like delivered her lines. The way she uses her facial expressions to like say her lines as well. A good example of that would be when she's at a party and Sebastian's there as well. He's like playing the keyboard with this shitty band at this shitty LA party and she recognizes him. So she requests a song and it's nodding back to a scene previous and it's sort of like, hey, that thing you did was really rude and fuck you, man. And I just loved it. And then there's the argument scene and that made me want to curl up and just sob for ages. So Seb has just like dropped the bombshell on Mia that like he's going to be touring for a couple of years because this band that he's in are working on a new album and then that's going to be out and then they're going to have to tour that album and all about the album cycle and stuff. And she's getting cross at him because she's like, this isn't what you wanted. Like, do you like the music that you're playing? And he's like, sure. And then he's like, what? Well, like, you wanted this. You wanted me to do this. I'm doing this for you. She's getting cross at him because he wanted to open up this, like, little jazz club. And he's not doing that anymore. You can see how upset they're getting with each other. And then he just goes, I can't remember exactly. But it was something along the lines of, maybe you were happier when I was down because it made you feel better about yourself. And she, oh my god. The acting in that scene blew me away. Like, it genuinely looked like they were having like a proper argument like in real life because oh my gosh, Mia looked like she had just had a ton of bricks like dropped on her and she was just like, you're kidding, right? Which was also a nod back to a scene earlier as well. They kept doing that throughout the movie and I loved it so much. I think another telltale sign that it was a pretty good movie was not once was I like, I wonder when this is over. I wonder how much is left. I was just like, please let this never end. But honestly, I think one of my favourite parts was the score. Like Mia and Sebastian's theme was, it makes me a little bit weepy. And I've only seen the movie once. I think my favourite song was City of Stars. I've had that stuck in my head since we left. Since the first time I played, since we left. This movie made me mad that I can't sing or dance. Why? Why? It's a work of art. I cannot praise it enough. I do not have the words in my vocabulary to explain to you how much that I am in love with this movie. I know that there's a lot of hype around it and it might just seem like people are trying to follow the crowd and stuff, and true, some people might be. That happens to all walks of life. But genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I think you should go and see this. It has the potential to become a classic, like something that every household has and they like watch it at Christmas or something. Like obviously that will be in a good few years down the line. I definitely see that happening. I see myself overwatching it and getting a little bit tired of it for a while and then picking it up again one day and falling head over heels in love with it once more. I feel like I changed a little bit after watching it. It made me believe in love a little bit more, if I'm honest with you. It's no wonder it's up for 14 Oscars. I'm sure I have much more that I want to add to this, and if I do, I will try and write it all out and leave my thoughts in the description. Have you seen La La Land? What did you think of it? Were there any things you didn't like? One thing that Daniel J. Layton said that I do kind of agree with was that Seb's achievements and like how Seb's achievements and him accomplishing his dreams were very apparent in the end of the movie. Like you see him in his club like performing all that jazz, whereas with Mia, like you see her face on a billboard and see her going in to get coffee in the coffee shop that she used to work on in the movie lot, but like that's about it, which I guess is enough because like you wouldn't want to go too overboard, but at the same time I was like, I felt like it wasn't enough either. Does that make any sense? I'm not sure. But other than that, I think I need to watch it a good few more times and really like pick it apart. Overall, first impressions is it's beautiful, and I think that everyone should at least give it a chance. Even if you're not that into musicals, go into it with an open mind. That's what I did. And I fell head over heels in love with it. I was up until like 4 a.m. yesterday, so I'm gonna go to bed. I am wrecked. Good night, and good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you are, where you're watching. Thank you so much for watching this probably incoherent piece of shite. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like. That would be awesome. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed what you saw and would like to see more videos from me in the future. That's it. Nice talking to you. See you again soon, no doubt. Goodbye.